What's poppin', my beautiful friend? I have a 2014 Chrysler Town & Country. It's got over 100 and something miles, 1,000 miles on it. Needless to say, this morning I was on my way to church. You know what happened to me? I tried to put my window up, and then I heard a pop. And then when I put it down, the window went straight down. I said, dang! So needless to say, what I know is going on that underneath here is the window regulator, which is behind this door, is broken. So I went to the store and I picked me up another one. Okay, so this is the replacement. You know, so what we're about to do now is we're about to take this thing out and replace this window regulator. Okay, shaking my dreads. So what we're gonna do first is, if you can, use a plastic tool so you don't mess your trim work up. Then you're gonna move this little panel right here because there's a mounted screw here behind that wall. Then you're gonna lift this up as well and then detach it from the electrical, because we need to detach that in order to remove this door panel. And right here there's also another mounted screw. So detach that from the electric, and the second one as well for the windows to detach that. We're going to do that style bit and style bit. And down here at the bottom, all you're going to do is just tug it apart because they're being held in place by clips. So you don't even have to worry about using a screwdriver or anything of that nature. And once you're done, lift up the door panel. Here, unplug the electrical, and then we're going to unhook the latch. Right behind this hole and behind the speakers where the glass is connected, you're going to see the regulator where it's connected to the glass. So we need to remove the speaker in order to access the window so that we can take it off the regulator. So the window's all the way down, as you can see. What I'm going to end up having to do is remove these wire rings. And over here I'm also disconnecting the motor to the window. I removed these bolts using a T27. So this window was all the way down. I just pulled it up some, using my little hands and stuff. Because I'm trying to get the window regulator and the windows off, I had to use some packing tape to hold this window up while I work. And then once I remove these off, then I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up higher. This part I had to use a screwdriver and a screwdriver to push this little lever up, and then the other one push it back so you come off. The same thing was done here. We used one screwdriver to push on the little lever in there, and then the other one from the back, pull it up. So that's what we got. Now what we're gonna do is move this window up, duct tape it. Got the window taped up. Remove from this. So now we're gonna try to unlatch the safety hook on this end. Okay, we're gonna remove the 3-lining bolt from the bottom. Then I proceeded to remove the 10mm mounting bolts. So the sticker glue was the only thing that's holding the door to the panel, the panel to the door. So what we're gonna do now is just remove this panel like so. To remove the bolts for the regulator, we're going to use a T27 bit. Once the bolts are removed, just pop it off like so. So now that we have a new window regulator, just look to make sure it actually fits similar to the original one and begin the install. Just make sure the little nubs line up with the window regulator while you're installing. You can then begin installing the mounting bolts to your regulator to the panel. Once you have finished tightening the screws the bolts on the panel, you may now place the panel back into the door frame. You can now replace the bolts on our door latch, one at a time. We can now replace our 10mm bolts into our panel. And then you can continue by snugging these up, make sure they're tightened up. Now it's time to mount the window motor back onto its place. We are now going to reconnect all the wiring. Okay, now we're going to make sure that the latch is actually working. So we're going to put it in lock position. And then now it's locked. And I'm going to pull on this latch right here. And I should hear a click. There it is. That means it is now open. So perfect. I am going to take the tape off this window and bring it down so it can connect it to his new latch right there. Okay. Now we're gonna remove the tape off the window. We're gonna let the window come down slowly. And we want it to go into these latches right here. Okay. Done put the window down. Now we gotta try to get it inside that what? Inside the little latch. Here we go. Click one and click two. So before connecting everything, we're gonna test it out to make sure it actually functions, and then we'll put everything back together. We are back in business, y'all. Now we're just gonna connect everything back up. Now it's time to connect the inner door panel. So we're gonna connect the electronics. And once we connect the electronics, we're gonna put the wire back onto the door. Now we're gonna pop the inner door panel back in place. We're going to connect our panel for the door to operate the windows. Test it one more time to make sure it works. And lastly, add our mounting screws for the door panel.